But I'll tell you what, there is nothing like the Albert Hall with a really good fight night on and the atmosphere. Get the good fights and that brings the atmosphere. It's an amazing place to watch boxing. As we now got boxing back in there, it's the oldest still operating venue that has boxing. You know, you think about that. The first welterweight title fit, British welterweight title fight they did was 99 years ago. So we've got one on Friday, 99 years later. And the middleweight was the following year. So that's 98 years. That's the first time they had the British title fights there. So it's a very iconic and beautiful venue, and I've seen all the great fighters have fought there. You know, all over the years, you think of big names, the Contis, the Coopers, the Bugners, the Brunos, the Honeygans, and even going back further than like just great fighters fought there.
And one other name had a couple of exhibitions here, didn't he?
The man himself, yeah, the most iconic boxer of my lifetime, Muhammad Ali. He had two there, yeah. This is tradition. You know, this is the home of boxing. It's called the Marquis of Queensberry rules that they boxed under. It's all from here, everything from the UK, and this is our oldest operating venue. We've got some good young fighters, some good young London fighters. You know, in Daniel, Anthony Yarde who are boxing here, a few other guys on the card. So we want to make this their home until they develop into fighters that go onto bigger, larger venues. He's only had 9 fights. This is his 10th fight. He's going with a guy who's got a wealth of experience. He went the distance with Parker for the world title a couple of years ago. He's been with Ortiz. I think this is his most experienced and toughest opponent to date. And he was supposed to have fought him just before Christmas, but Daniel got the flu and pulled out. So it's on the fight, and I'm going to say, he's got to be at his best to come through this. But these are the fights he needs. He needs to be in with guys who've got that experience to get the best out of him, so he can learn. It's all about learning.
Someone he knows quite well is going to be ringside out here.
Yeah, Nathan's coming to the fight. He's going to be there, and obviously Nathan's fighting in Leicester in a few weeks' time. So we'll get those two together, I believe, by the end of the year. They keep winning their respective fights. By the end of the year, that's going to be a big domestic battle.
It'd be nice to have it here, wouldn't it?
Too small for it.
Really?
Yeah, I really do think if we get, that's why I want to give them more experience, let the public find out who they are. At the moment, we all know who they are in the trade. We now got to get them, more exposure, and add more fights, they get more exposure, and then they'll make some really good money from the fight when it happens.